in here, about to get these braces on. Just wanted to get a last look at my teeth before they are in chains for the next who knows how long. This is my smile. I really want to straighten out, the crookedness and the overcrowding on the bottom. So it's not definite yet if I will need them on the top. But we'll see what they decide to do today. There's really nothing to show on the top. Yeah. Hey y'all, it's Nell, Jack of all trades, master of some, and welcome to my humble abode. Today we are going to be talking about adult braces. Yep, 35 years old, and I just got my first set of braces. And let's keep it real, I kind of hate them. I hate them less than I did the first couple of days, but I still don't really care for them. So let's backtrack a little bit. So I got my braces put on Christmas Eve of 2021, so the date will be easy to remember. The orthodontist told me that I will have them on for up to 2 years. I'm not sure if that just means depending on what my teeth do, or as I've heard in some videos, it depends on your payment plan and how soon you can pay them off and how quickly they can fix your teeth. So we'll see about that. But I've always wanted to fix my bottom teeth because they've been overcrowded since the age of losing teeth. And when I lost my canines on the bottom, the new tooth started growing in before the old tooth could fall out, and because the old tooth took so long to fall out, the teeth around it started moving in, so there wasn't enough room for the new canines to come up, so they kind of came in like crooked. And I always felt like when I talk, they kind of like stand out more than I would want them to. So I always wanted to fix that. Originally I wanted to go through Bite because it was recommended to me through a friend that had Invisalign, traditional braces, well, ceramic braces, and Bite. And I sent in my impression kit, and they said that my case was complex, so they would have only been able to do my top arch. And I mean, I didn't necessarily want to do anything with my top teeth if it wasn't needed, so it was kind of pointless because it's not like you pay half the price for the top arch. So I really didn't see a point in doing that. So anyway, I went to an orthodontist, and again, I was planning on doing Invisalign because Bite, clear aligners, Invisalign. Clear aligners, I didn't want braces on my teeth. I didn't want them at all. Like, I was kind of thinking, like, if I can't get Invisalign, I probably wasn't going to do it. But my friend also that suggested Bite, she's like, well, if Bite's not going to work, I kind of recommend you just get the regular braces and get it over with. So I went to a consultation, thinking that they were going to put my braces on that same day. I don't know why. And she was saying that, okay, so if I was to get Invisalign, they would have to shave down or file down parts of my teeth. And I didn't want that because I already suffer with some sensitivity. It's not as much as it used to be. I used to not be able to eat sweet things or cold things without being like really careful. So it's not as bad as it used to be. but I didn't want to take that chance of them filing down too much enamel and then, you know, not being able to get rid of that sensitivity. So she said that most cases, you know, they don't have any issues with it, and they only file down less than 0.5 millimeter, I said, or up to 0.5 millimeter, I think she said. But I just didn't want to take that chance. And based on my bite, she said that my bottom jaw was like outgrowing my top jaw, which I don't really see how, but she said the #1 treatment, which would also be extreme, would be jaw surgery. And I was like, heck no, 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 no. And then she said the second best treatment would be braces and with some teeth removal. I'm like, I'm not trying to have no teeth removed. Like, that's just doing too much. I just want to straighten my junks out. Like, I see people with crooked teeth get their teeth straightened. That's all I want to do. Like, why we gotta do all this extra stuff? And then, you know, third best treatment would be the clear aligners with the shaving the teeth down. And she said with the aligners, it would probably take about 9 months. With the traditional braces, about up to 2 years. And then, you know, the jaw surgery, I don't even see how that would fix things, because my teeth would still be crooked even with jaw surgery. What is it, to go in and like shift my teeth around while you're fixing my jaw? So no, I think I still would have had to have braces. She just forgot to mention that part. But yeah, so it was a lot of back and forth, because another thing, I'll put the prices somewhere either on the screen or on the bottom in the description box. So the clear aligners would have been the cheapest option, and then the ceramic braces being the more expensive option, and then traditional metal braces in the middle. So I went back and forth for like a whole week, because they scheduled my appointment for my actual braces a week out, and then it was like the day that I went in, I would have had to tell them what I wanted to do. So I had a week to pretty much deliberate, and I went back and forth between like pricing, the payment plan options, obviously not wanting my teeth to be filed down, but also not wanting to wear braces for 2 years or getting the teeth pulled. So I went back and forth a lot. But as you can see, I ended up with the ceramic braces. And I wouldn't say I regret my choice, but I'm not really enjoying it either. So I went this route because obviously, you know, risking having my teeth shaved down as opposed to a cosmetic change that I didn't really want. I just didn't want to take that risk. That was the biggest thing. So I went with the ceramic ones because obviously they're less obviously visible. And I'm not saying obviously like they're less visible, I'm saying they're less obvious. Because when people see you talking and stuff, like people that know what it looks like when one has braces, they can tell like the way you move your mouth, your lips, how your lips puff out when you're lisping, speaking with a lisp. People can tell that they're there even if they don't see them right away. But with braces, metal braces, obviously you can see them right away. They are more obvious, you know. Unfortunately, I didn't do my research beforehand, so I had a whole week to deliberate, but I didn't do any like YouTube research on, you know, traditional braces versus ceramic. And usually I research the crap out of anything I do, where I read hundreds of reviews, you know, I watch videos for hours and days, you know, when I'm doing something new or trying something out or whatever. But this time I just didn't get, you know, a chance to do it with Christmas and things like that coming up, you know, getting work things done at the end of the year. So I just didn't get around to it. I just made my decision based on, you know, the facts that I had. Not knowing that the ceramic brackets that are attached to your teeth, for one, are a little bit more bulky than the metal ones. And I struggle with that a little bit. I don't know how different the metal ones would have felt, if I would really feel a difference, but I do like notice the bulkiness. So that's one thing that I don't really care for so far. So anyways, I went in and got my braces put on Christmas Eve. I got them put on about 11:30 in the morning. And I mean, the process was fine. You've seen YouTube videos of people getting their braces on. It was long, having my mouth, pried open with that thing, and it was uncomfortable because like part of it was like mashing on my gums in one area, and she would move it and it would like feel better for a couple of minutes and then it would start hurting again. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna have to deal with this. But other than that, it was fine. And my teeth, nothing was like hurting or anything at first, but when she finished, finally sat me up in the chair and she handed me like a little hand mirror, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate them. Like, I just hated the way that they looked right away. And
I'm all done. And I kind of hate how my smile looks. I can talk pretty normally, but yeah, they're so bulky looking. It's hard to see because obviously I got clear ones or ceramic, but yeah, I kind of hate them. So yeah, that's them. It's kind of hard to like bite down because one of my teeth over here are hitting the brace, and it's a little uncomfortable up here with the wiring, but my face doesn't look that different when I'm just, sitting, but when I'm talking, I can tell that I'm trying to cover them up because I hate how they look. So this should be interesting. I can't believe I really just did this. That's crazy. Yeah.
like I was saying, my bottom teeth are the ones that I wanted to fix. My front teeth, my top teeth, seemed straight to me. But when you have like this metal thing attaching all these brackets, if your teeth aren't completely straight, like it makes it more noticeable that your teeth aren't straight. So I'm seeing like these little like jaggedness, on the bottom and the top, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess my top teeth weren't as straight as I thought they were. But, this is what it is. They're on now, and I'm just looking in the mirror like, I really hope I'm not going to regret this. The lady comes in, and she's like, brush your teeth after every meal. Here's some wax, one of those little things with 3 strips of wax in it. Here's some wax in case the brackets, scratch up your mouth. And brush your teeth after every meal. Don't eat hard, crunchy things like popcorn or Doritos, chips. And she said don't eat gummy things, obviously like gum, fruit snacks, Twizzlers, whatever. And that was pretty much it. She just sent me on my way. So when I got home and started like watching videos about people's experience with braces, their first days with braces, you know, people were showing all these little like goodie bags and like care packages they got from their orthodontist with either like a new toothbrush, certain kind of like flossing things, whether it's the platypus flossers or this little thing where you like thread the floss and then you like feed it through so you can floss with regular floss. Some people got water picks or electric toothbrushes, extra wax, or those the little brushes that go between, I can't think of what they're called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The little brushes that go between your teeth, like got all these little care packages, and like all the money that you spend on these braces, you would think that that was the norm, but I got a little package of wax and that was it. And they just sent me on my way, a little half behind directions. She didn't tell me anything about how to brush my teeth, um, what kind of toothbrush to use, didn't suggest getting a water pick or a water flosser, like nothing like that. So everything that I learned about taking care of my braces, pretty much I learned from YouTube. So going back, after I left the orthodontist office, like my teeth didn't really feel that bad. You know, it felt weird, like obviously on my lips and stuff, and like trying to talk normal, but my teeth weren't hurting or anything. So like I said, I got them done. I left around like 11:30, 11:45 in the morning, and my teeth didn't really start hurting until probably like 4 or 5 hours later. They didn't tell me to take any Tylenol, Advil, like nothing. So later that day, I'm like, oh, my teeth aren't hurting. But when they started hurting, I just took some Tylenol, didn't think anything. Tried to eat some regular food for dinner, ordered Friday, some pot stickers and chicken fingers, some loaded mashed potatoes. Like, mashed potatoes was no problem. But when I bit into the little bacon bits that was in them mashed potatoes, I was like, oh gosh, that junk hurt so bad, that little teeny tiny bacon bit. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to eat anything. Like, if I can't even tolerate the feeling of a bacon bit, like, this is not gonna work. So I tried ripping up the chicken fingers and like eating a little piece of a pot sticker, and it was just like so much pressure. So I don't know if you've ever like gotten a popcorn kernel or like a Dorito like stuck in your teeth, like in between your teeth, and that like pressure where you're like, trying to get it out. That was the feeling that I was getting every time I tried to chew something, and it was intense for me. So I was just like, okay, guess I'm not eating any solid food tonight. So I didn't even eat the mashed potatoes because I was mad at them, and I couldn't enjoy my food. So I just ended up eating applesauce for dinner. And then again, after watching some videos, people were saying they had applesauce, mashed potatoes, naming other things, and then I heard ice cream, and I was like, ice cream? Let me go get me some right now. So I ended up eating some ice cream later that night, and it was like a southern butter pecan talenti. So while the ice cream went down easily, the little pecans that were in it, I had to like eat the ice cream and spit out the nuts like as I was going. But I got to enjoy me some ice cream because I love me some ice cream. So yeah, that was day one. I really didn't get to eat. My baby just woke up from a nap, so you might hear her in the background. I really didn't get to eat anything too solid. The Tylenol honestly really didn't help me much, but that's just me. It doesn't really work for my body anymore, so I ended up taking some Aleve. So the following day being Christmas, we obviously had like a nice little dinner and had some good stuff cooked up. So I ate like rice, mac and cheese, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, and like some mashed sweet potatoes, some yams or whatever. So I was able to, I don't even know if you call it chewing because I don't feel like I was really chewing my food, but my mouth was moving and my tongue was moving the food against my teeth and the roof of my mouth, and like just doing whatever I could to break up the food good enough, which I believe is called mastication. Going to look that up and double check. But I was just breaking up the food just enough so I could swallow it. Like that was just the best that I could do. But I was able to somewhat enjoy some food for Christmas. So I ate twice that day, like small plates, because honestly, for one, when you're struggling to chew your food, food is just not as enjoyable because you're not really enjoying chewing. And then I feel like it's not tasting as good. Also, I don't know if I'm missing some taste buds because of where I'm pushing the food in the back of my mouth and over to the side and stuff. Just trying to break it up enough to swallow, or if it's my brain is focusing so much on chewing that I'm not processing the taste. I don't know. But ever since then, and even still to this day, it's been about 10 days since I got them on. Food is just not as enjoyable for me. And that kind of stinks. But, silver lining, I guess, I have been wanting to lose some weight, and I've been sick on and off for the last couple of weeks, and I've planned on like working out and stuff, and I haven't been able to. So I feel like this is kind of like a jump start to like, helping me take in less food, because it's honestly like not as enjoyable to me. So that is silver lining. Yeah, so I was able to eat in that manner for the first 3-4 days, to where I was just, eating softer things. They were solid, but softer, like I said. Macaroni, rice, collard greens, things that don't take too much effort to chew up. And then, after about 5 days, I was able to eat things that were a little more solid. Maybe like some chicken, or like broken up ribs or something like that. And then, okay, so Christmas Eve was day one. About 5 days, 6 days later, about 5 days after, I got a cheeseburger. So this was my first attempt at biting into something. So before that, everything was like, fork and knife kind of things, taking small bites, chewing it up, whatever. But about day 5, I was out and about, and I got a cheeseburger and I bit into it. So, back when we would get loose teeth, when our like baby teeth were falling out, and like one of your teeth were loose, and you try to bite into something, and you like get that sensation to where you feel like your tooth is gonna fall out if you put any more pressure. So that's what it felt like, my front teeth. And still, after it being about 10 days now, anytime I bite into something, it's like that weird sensation, like you feel like your teeth are gonna fall out. So that was definitely interesting. So I was kind of like just biting enough to like pierce it and ripping the food, so that I can eat it. And I mean, it was good, but again, not as enjoyable. French fries are like awkward for me to eat. I don't even want to eat fries anymore. I don't know. It's just weird. Um, so that's where I'm at. Like, I don't enjoy eating anymore, and I think more about what I'm going to eat, and like how it's going to, whether or not it's going to get stuck in my braces, or how it's going to make my teeth feel, or just it's more thought behind things I'm going to eat now, as opposed to just, oh, let me go in the freezer and make this really quick, or let me go cook this up really quick. Other than that, I had, as far as like taking care of my braces, I had a like little off-brand water flosser that I had bought from Amazon like years ago, and I really never used, because I honestly just didn't like it. It just didn't really do anything for me. I could just floss regularly. I don't know. So I just stuck it away in a closet somewhere. I never used it. So I have since pulled that out of the closet, and I've been using it. I don't know what good it's doing, because I still use like the regular, not regular, but I bought some of those platypus flossers. So I still floss with those, but where my canines are, where they are turned, it's very tight. Um, and I don't even know if I've gotten the floss all the way down, because one, it's kind of hard to see, and you can like feel like you're pushing it, but I don't think I have felt the floss touch my gums yet in those two spots. So that's part of the reason I have been giving the water flosser a chance, just to see if it can reach some places that I may not be. So far I'm using a regular toothbrush, because Also, years ago, I tried an electric toothbrush, and for certain teeth, the vibration was like a chainsaw to the head. I just did not like that sensation. So I'm very reluctant to get one because I don't want to have that experience again and then not be able to get my money back. So I have been researching some of the electric toothbrushes that they say like oscillate as opposed to vibrate on your teeth, and see if maybe that would be an option for me. But right now I'm just using like my regular toothbrush, and I'm constantly like going like this, like trying to tilt my toothbrush in different angles, because from watching videos I saw that you're supposed to brush at an angle so that you're getting the tooth, you know, on top of the braces and underneath the braces. You have to kind of angle it, because if you just brush straight on, you know, you're not really reaching your whole tooth. So that's that. But let me show you what I got. Hold on 1 second. So like I said, from watching YouTube videos is where I got like all my information from, because my orthodontist really didn't give me very much information. So I just ordered this one little, I guess you can call it kind of like a tester pack, because it just had a little bit of everything in one, I believe. I can't remember if any of this came separately. No, it did. It did. Some of it did come separately. So, I ordered 2 packages of these, the platypus flossers. It's orthodontic flosser, the easiest way to floss with braces, because, let's see, this part here, if you can see, is a lot thinner than this. So when you're flossing like this, this part, the skinny part, can go behind the racket, like that. So I got these, and these also have a little, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got these little bristles here. They're plastic bristles, so I don't really know what to do with it, because, I mean, I don't want to stick that between my teeth, so that's that. And then, alright, we're back. So, the other thing I ordered is these things, Proxa brushes. That's what people call them, I believe. They are Slim Brush Interdental Cleaners from Dentech. It says fits extra tight teeth. So these were also something that I caught. This is what they, not that I caught, that I bought, that I learned from YouTube. So yeah, that's what these are. They can fit between some teeth, but I use them more so like this to clean in between the brackets. It says brushes between teeth, remove food and plaque, great for braces and dental appliances. So I had never used these before, so I wasn't sure like what tightness to get, because these say fits extra tight teeth, and I believe there was a tight, extra tight, and then like another even smaller one for tighter teeth. But again, I mean, I don't know, I just feel weird sticking a brush between my teeth. I floss, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. And then I got some wax. So I believe I bought all these separately. They just came together. I believe I bought the flossers, and then the wax, and then the slim brushes. I think it was one of those like when you go to search one thing and then like right below it it'll have like 3 things that are like suggested to buy together. I think that's how I ended up with all these. So these are Dentec wax for braces, relieves irritation for braces, obviously includes a case. So there's just 2 little cases of these, and this is supposed to be like your wax slicer, I guess. But I mean, you can just rip it off. Oh, you can cut the wax with it, and that's an applicator tip, it says. Clean and dry the bracket or wire area. Use the spade tool to cut a small piece of wax. Press wax onto bracket or wire using your finger or applicator tip. Repeat as needed. So yeah, I would suggest keeping wax with you at all times. At all times. It's like, my lips are starting to get dry. I put on some Aquaphor before this video. My lips are starting to get dry already. But it's really like, I don't want to say hit or miss when it comes to the brackets messing up your lips or whatever, but it just kind of comes out of nowhere sometimes. So the first, I would say, week, I had wax on like every day, except maybe like days 1 and 2. No. The first day I didn't use wax. The second day I'm pretty sure I did. And I was like ripping it off, you know, you have to roll it and then you like push it on. But I was putting it on from like, can you see? From like here to here. I was like stretching it because this little heart, this little section where you got these, let's see, can you see? Focus, so you focus. Can you focus on me? Come on. Alright, I think you can see. Here, here, here. Those little things. Focus on me here. Can you see? Is that gonna work? No. I think you, no, I don't know what. There's here. Those little things. Those are what was tearing me out the first few days. So when I was like eating or talking or whatever, I mean, I'm home, you know, I work from home and I've been sick. So I've been like keeping my distance from people. So it didn't really matter to me how it looked, but I was like rolling it and like mashing it and spreading it. So I'd have like this big clump of wax like here and here or here and here, depending on what area was bothering me at the moment. And there's like a clip of a video that I made where it was like eating on day 5 or whatever, and you can see me smiling. There's like this big clump of wax, so don't judge me, don't come for me in the comments. I was just being real, okay? Keeping it real. But yeah, that's what I was doing in the beginning, because it was like I would get a little piece, put it on one bracket, and then I would go like this, and I'm like, dang, it's still scratching me. I put it on, it's still scratching me. So just cover the whole section, you know, like just gotta do what you gotta do. So that was that. And then like you'll get like certain days where they're not scratching you at all, and then all of a sudden they'll start scratching you again. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, maybe my teeth are moving or my lips are getting used to it, and you know, thug life, something. I don't need it anymore. And then like I'll go to the store and then my lip will be bothering me. I'm like, dang, now I gotta wait all the way until I get home, you know, to put some wax on. Wax on, wax off. So yeah, I haven't had any issues like putting the wax on, keeping it, because while I'm like taking the wax out, I'll go like this. And then I'll put in the wax, working on my teeth, rolling it, so I'm airing my teeth out to dry them, and then I'll put it on like that to, you know, make sure that my teeth or brackets or whatever are dry. But okay, so today is like day 10 or so, so maybe on like day 8, I believe. Something back here, so I guess another bracket. It kept, my mouth kept getting caught on it, and it was making me sore like in here too. And I hadn't worn wax for a couple of days, so I was like, okay, I need to whip out that wax I just bought, because I had used up all the wax from the dentist by that point. I mean, the orthodontist, you know what I'm saying. Dentist is just easier to say. I had used up all them little 3 slivers that they gave me, so, you know, I had to go dig that out. But as you can see, I still have to open it because it was nighttime, and they tell you you shouldn't sleep with the wax in your teeth just in case it comes out, you could choke, which I'm not expecting to choke, but I don't want to wake up with, you know, wax all over, you know, rolling around in my mouth. So I just don't sleep with it unless it's really bothering me. But it was already nighttime, so I just didn't put any on, and then the next day it wasn't bothering me as badly. So just keep the wax with you, because it's kind of like unpredictable when it's going to start bothering you, when the brackets are going to start bothering you and scratching your mouth. It's like you think you're past it, like it's a phase and it only happens when you first get your braces on or tightened or whatever, but it's not. I don't know what, I guess from the teeth constantly changing, shifting, whatever, you just never kind of know. So keep your wax on you, in your purse, in your living room, wherever you need to keep it, in your car, you know. Trying to think if there's anything else. I haven't had really an issue talking. I have been speaking with more of a lisp, as I'm sure you can probably tell, but other than that, it's kind of just been like a self-conscious thing, like talking and trying to make sure that they're covered, and when I'm laughing I like kind of cover my mouth and stuff. And another thing as far as being self-conscious, so I've heard people say that when you get the ceramic braces, that it kind of makes your teeth look yellower because the ceramic is whiter in some cases, so it kind of makes your teeth look yellower. But I heard in some YouTube videos that the clear rubber bands are prone to staining. So even though you're brushing, you know, everything, it doesn't really help keep the rubber bands white or clear or whatever. And I got obviously clear rubber bands because I got ceramic braces for the whole non so visible thing. So I feel like that is making my teeth appear more yellow. So when I go in for my tightening in a couple of weeks, I plan to either do like black, or I heard like silver is a good color because it's not like so bold in your face, but it's obviously not the white, and it kind of like blends in with the wire, which is obviously metal. But also my daughter's birthday is this month, and I told her that I might let her pick my rubber band color. She come talk about some lime green, so I'm on the fence about that. But hey, you know, like I don't really have to see people, and I mean my braces aren't that obvious when I talk, so I don't think the rubber band color will be too noticeable. But definitely I don't think I'll be doing clear rubber bands anymore, because it is like kind of starting to have that yellowish appearance. So that's that. And then what else? I think I'm going to reach out to my orthodontist and be like, hey, what's going on with this little care package? Because y'all gave me bare minimum instructions, no, you know, take home care package, anything. And like I said before, with all this money that we spend on these braces, like you would think you would get a little more than 3 little slivers of wax, you know. So I think I'm going to bring that to their attention, see what's going on with that. What else? What else? What else? Keep some chapstick on hand because your lips will be chapped. Water. in between your meals or after you finish eating, swish some water around your mouth, because one, it'll help, you know, whatever sugars and stuff not be stuck between your teeth, and two, it'll help kind of get the food out from in between your braces that you may not be able to reach with your tongue. Because usually we're used to just using our tongue to, you know, get things from being stuck between our teeth, but that is a thing of the past. One thing I have noticed, sometimes after I eat, I'll be going like this, trying to get food out of my teeth that I may think is there. And sometimes it feels like my wire is like loose. I'm like, oh shoot, like did I, you know, mess something up, or is the glue coming apart, you know, on a bracket or something like that, and it'll feel loose, and come to find out it's just food that's stuck behind the wire. So I don't know why that makes the wire feel loose, but it's just, I guess, like what my tongue is perceiving as the wire being loose, but it's really just the food trying to like dislodge behind the wire. So if you feel like your wire is loose, chances are there's just food stuck behind your wire. So go get that out somehow, however you need to. I know there's something else that I want to say and I can't think of what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some useful information. Do your research like you're doing now watching this video, because unlike me, you know, I didn't research and learned more things after the fact. I don't know if it would have changed my decision and how I went about things, but you know, it is what it is now. We're on this journey, so we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, let me know how your braces journey is going, how long you've been on it, if you hated your braces right away, if you love them right away, like how you feel about it now, if you felt like I do and feel like your braces, you know, are never going to feel normal when you eat. If you felt that way, please let me know. And if you did start to feel normal at some point, please let me know, because it would be nice, you know, to know that my teeth won't feel so weird while I'm eating forever during this journey. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and check out my playlist for some other, you know, videos about braces and how to care for them and stuff like that, from other YouTubers, you know, just things that helped me in my, are helping me in my journey and in my research, and hopefully they will help you too. So check out that playlist, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.